Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the four main points, the elements of the Cajita Quetzalcoatl. My sources of knowledge is of course my parents, my brother, and lastly my boyfriend. So my parents have taught me that hard work and dedication, and that with hard work and dedication you can do anything. They've taught me ever since I was little. They would take us to the fields and they would show us what it was like to be like someone from Mexico, you know? Like they told me and my siblings that they didn't want us to struggle like they did when they came here, so they wanted us to go to school or at least to get a good job or make something out of ourselves, at least, you know? So this is a picture of me and my family right there. That was about 2 years ago. This was on Christmas. Um, and you know, my parents are everything to me, and they, you know, they've always tried to provide me and my siblings the most that they could. They have always tried to give us everything that we wanted. They've always worked hard for everything. I remember growing up, like um, we would leave my dad every week. He would take us out to eat, you know, just in order to spend time together as a family or anything. And the day we did the activity in class when we went outside just made me realize how grateful I am for my parents, because I've noticed that a lot of people have it way worse than me financially and emotionally, like because not a lot of them have both their parents in the same household, and I feel like that can affect a student or an individual, just, you know, in anything. And yeah, so my parents have always wanted me to go to college, so far that's what I'm doing. And I aim majoring in health science. I put it right there. It took me forever to realize what I wanted to do, and the one person who really helped me out was my boyfriend, but I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I haven't declared a major yet, but I'm going health science. It was between either sociology or health science, and I wasn't going to sociology, but I changed my mind and I'm gonna go into health science. So health science it is. And then moving on to another source of knowledge is my brother. My brother has always taught me that to always never give up in life, to keep going, to keep moving, even when you're not having the best day, just keep going. And me and my brother, my older brother, his name is Freddie. We were really close in high school, and when it was his senior year, he joined the army, and he left later that day. I mean later that year in July 9th, 2015. I still remember. And as my graduation was coming closer to when I was gonna graduate, he thought he wasn't gonna be able to be there. So in my cajita, I added this little piece of a necklace. It broke, the chain broke, but I still have the little piece here. It's like a little piece. The middle is his birthstone. The color of his birthstone, he's September. So that's the color of September. And then around it says Proud Sister. Proud Army Sister, actually. And I put that in my cajita because my brother is very important to me, because we had a bond, and we were really close. But once he went to the army, it kind of changed in a bit, but we're still close. But you know, as you guys, as for how long he was gone, like he was gone for like almost 4 years, and now thank God he's finally home with us. So yeah, so I'm a proud army sister. And then in the back it says keep hope, because like I said, he has always told me that no matter what, always keep going in life. Moving on to my boyfriend, as precious knowledge, he has made me grow as a person individually. He has always taught me that I should put myself first, if that makes sense, and then my parents. But I'll talk about that more later. He has always wanted the best for me. He has always taught me the things financially, like, so I won't struggle as much, in the future, as when it comes to like stocks, bonds, and just. But because before I didn't have a credit card, but he encouraged me to get a credit card so I don't have to struggle. Because as you know, credit cards really do look good on you, and so far I'm doing good on that. And he has expanded my knowledge. Like, I was very close-minded before, but now I am more open-minded, I guess you can say, as a person. But yeah, so he's another source of my knowledge. He has always been there for me. He has supported me emotionally, and he also helped me, like I said, find out my major, which is health science. He saw how bad I was struggling in order to determine a major, because I'm at that point in my college, like right now. Like next semester I should be working on my major classes, if that makes sense, because if not, then I'm gonna just get behind. So yeah, so health science it is. And like I would constantly like beat myself up of how I didn't know what to do, or like I had an idea but I wasn't sure of it, and like it was to a point where I cried to him that I didn't know what to do. So yeah, he was there emotionally for that. So, and that means a lot to me. Moving on to the key pieces that I've learned in this class. What are the key pieces of knowledge you gain from this class? So from this class, I have gained a lot of knowledge that I should be proud of who I am as a Chicana, and that and that what was it? And that I should always try to help my ancestors out, or just peers individually, in order to make it a better environment for our Chicano people. Moving on to the next one, Descalipoca, critical self-reflection. I think just in general, in society, as a society, I have society has distracted me from knowing my true self and the reality of social structures that are apprehensive. So yeah, I tend to care what people think about me, so I really just used to not be myself because of people. But as life went on, my boyfriend also taught me that I should be my true self, and that people should see me as the person that I am, and then I shouldn't care what people think, because they're just people and they're not people who matter to me. So yeah. And then Chibototec, transformation. The way I see myself and the world around me has changed in a way how I need to put myself first in order to provide for my parents later on in the future. So in order to so like an example is school wise. So when it comes to school, I have to put school first no matter what. Like in order to help them later on in life, I need to be selfish now for myself, education wise, in order to provide for them in the future. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, this is how I see that. This is something that I couldn't see before, that now that I see that I need to put myself before my parents, because if I can't do something for myself now, then how can I do something for them later on in the future, when I never even thought about myself when I was young. I don't know if you get that, but yeah. The last one, with Supochitli, double tag. So this semester I did try to go as much as I could to the meetings for Danza Trolak Olin. There you go. Something like that, right? So yeah, so this semester I went to Dia de los Muertos event, and I helped you with giving flowers to each person in the audience when you did La Bendición de los Muertos. And then I was going to go to Indigenous Day, but you know how the fires happen, I wasn't able to. But I got to experience the dancing, and in the first meeting that I attended with you, I was able to dance with you guys, and it was really nice because it's like a whole side of a different side of culture that I've never experienced, and it was just nice experiencing that. Also for Dia de los Muertos, I was there. I took picture of you guys. I helped people paint their faces, and yeah, so that's that. And now I'm just gonna share my cajita. So like I said, these are my siblings, my brother, my sister, my other brother, and me, and that's my little niece. And then there's my mom and my dad with my niece. And then just some things from the cajita. I put a Christmas tree because Christmas means a lot to me. Christmas is a very special holiday for me, and it's just a time where I can be with my family and spend time with them. And then since I like Christmas, I decided to add some little lights inside. I thought it was gonna be really pretty. And then inside I have some flowers, and then I have the house science thing, and then Tolak Danza Olin, Danza Tolak Olin, and then I have CSUCI, and then I have a little Mexican flag here. I can take it off. Oops. Oh, actually I taped it. But yeah, there's a little flag for that. And then I have money here because this represents where I was born at. And this represents where my ancestors are from, Mexico. And that includes my parents, you know, uncles, aunts, everything. And then at the bottom, I have a picture of my boyfriend. And then I have a picture of my favorite candy. This one was brought especially from Mexico. And then the little thing from the necklace. And then you then have flowers on the side. Flowers on the side. Oh, and then this is me and my brother. And then this picture of my parents at Christmas.